Let's look at the candidates ahead of 2027 elections. There are quite a number of them: Donald Duke, Oshiomhole, Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, and President Tinubu. Let's have your honest assessment of these candidates.
There are candidates that are filling the gap. Donald Duke is one of them. Oshiomhole is another. I will call them filling the gap, even though they are my good friends, because they don't have the stature, the structure to be able to deliver a presidential election that will make them victors. Oshiomhole may be profiting from the noise making here and there. He too was the alpha and omega of his political party. Only recently, when they gave him presidential candidate again, he stepped down from being chairman. So he's the alpha and omega of his party before now. So it's good to have people like that who are also adding voices to the national conversation of political involvement. Even though during the day they will say they will be making all the noise, at night they will tell you that Tinubu is building a one-party state. But meanwhile, they are emerging as candidates of their different parties. So that is that. Which other candidate again? Atiku Abubakar. Don't forget that in 2023, I was very hard on him because in a country with so many ethnic configurations, you need to balance the political algorithms so that the dichotomies can be well, synchronized into the national conversation. Northern dichotomy, southern dichotomy. After Buhari 8 years, it is natural for the South to have its own shot of 8 years. And now we have Tinubu. They should allow Tinubu to do his 8 years. You can see how difficult it is for Peter Obi to market his slogan, I'm only coming to do 4 years. Even a lame duck critic will not buy such kind of rhetorics, because you cannot get a presidency you have been looking for all this year, you now can say only 4 years. As 8 years in Anambra, was able to impact significantly in Anambra, where you have teachers going on strike, you have doctors going on 13-month strike. You cannot. When teachers went on strike, what happened? More than 3-4 months. He didn't do local government election once. He increased school fees in Nnamdi Azikiwe University, denied the children of the poor opportunity to advance further. And now President Tinubu has introduced NEL Fund, his crime blue mother. All of this, maybe perhaps he didn't realize that he would look for president one day. So that was the true self of Obi as governor of Anambra. He showed them pepper. So that one should be known. He says he wears one wristwatch. Pictures says this way, there are so many wristwatches. He has one. He says he wears one shoe. That's also a killer of productivity. If you are wearing one shoe, you are wearing one shoe, and nobody will produce shoes again because companies will fold up. So he thought he was playing on the sentiments of Nigeria to say he's very frugal when it comes to economic realities or economic engagements. But for God's sake, you cannot, any human being say variety is the spice of life. When you wear 2-3 shoes, companies producing shoes will keep producing, and they will keep employing the people who are working in those companies to make ends meet. So all those kind of economic, this thing that he was trying to propagate, they are to me, they are frugal economic measures that will not advance any serious discourse. So when you look at Atiku being the candidate of the North, Obi being the candidate of the East, Tinubu being the candidate of Nigeria, there's a reason why the outcome of 2023 elections came the way it came. I'm taking inspiration from what happened in 2023. I'm using that one to set agenda for 2027. Because even now, it's most likely that Peter Obi may not contest 2027 election.
Why do you say so?
I am seeing a lot of crisis in NDC that will consume him. I'm seeing it already. I'm seeing the crisis. Being a political player, I can predict. I'm seeing the body language of the owner and owners of the NDC, distinguished Senator Shareka Dixon. Another tough cookie, very cerebral. I'm seeing that he's not going to give in easily to the trappings and temptations of the obedience who are loafing around on social media shouting, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi. You need a political platform that has structure across the country. And the NDC as it is now has no structure apart from FCT and maybe a few states. In terms of 36 state structure, 774 local governments, my God, there's no time. Where is the time? That was what happened under Labour Party, that they were unable to produce 176,000 polling agents. They were 44,000 short of that figure. And they were the first to shout blue murder that elections were not being posted on IRF. So all of these things are technical, my brother. If you know party administration, you know that everything follows a pattern, structure. There are people who are gatekeepers in the different components of the party structures. So I'm not saying a Peter Obi presidency, he will contest him. Maybe he will donate his votes to Oshiomhole. Most likely.
Are you saying that the NDC may scuttle his presidential ambition of being on the ballot?
It's not about NDC scuttling. It's about the fact that NDC is they have taken NDC to court. On issue of even registration have been issued.
No, but that one has been dismissed that NDC, the court compelled INEC to register. The only issue they had was the symbol.
They've not finished the case now. They have not finished the case. Are you speaking for them? They haven't finished. The case is still on. And it's a valid case because a party that should present a man like Peter Obi, who I like to refer to as behaving like the Chichi Dodo bird, such a party should be free from all kinds of infractions. The Chichi Dodo bird is a very beautiful bird, no stain and all that. In Ayikuama's beautiful ones are not yet born. It's a peculiar bird in Ghana. It's not in Nigeria. But I'm just borrowing it to describe a Peter Obi. Who that bird does not eat anything apart from maggot.
Yeah, from physics.
And where did you get maggot? So, but he doesn't not like steak. Don't touch me. Oh, it's a very credible bird. So you are operating within a Nigerian populace that you yourself have accepted that Nigeria has a lot of challenges here and there and all that, and you want to be the saint from that system. And when you join a political party called NDC, you now know that there are certain infractions here and there. Your adherents and supporters are already criticizing the chairman. They are saying things are not done properly, that primaries were not done in the proper sense. It was just like a coronation. Do you have a right to even complain that another party did coronation with their own presidential candidate when you also did the same thing? This is the reality. When people dwell in contradiction, oftentimes they don't remember. But when they are reminded, they'll start quarreling.
Let's look at in a free and fair contest. You have called some others as feelers. In a free and fair contest between Obi and Atiku, who do you think can give President Tinubu a real fight in a free and fair, credible election?
Free and fair.
Free, fair, and credible.
None of them.
You think President Tinubu can win in a free and fair election?
Yes, and I will give you the reason. You see, people who don't understand Nigeria's political temperature, they were ready to quickly conclude that Peter Obi is a moving train, is this, is that, and I'll give you. Politics is domiciled at the polling unit level. And because domicile at the polling unit level, the polling unit leaders have their supporters. And these supporters are more in APC than in any other party. Namely, members of House of Assembly who are also interested in going back, members of Senate who are interested in going back, members of House of Reps who are interested in going back, governors, some of them going back, others bringing successors. On election day, they queue. They have impacted in the people in their area. So give or take, they will have opportunity to rally around voters in their domain than those whose party has not been formed and who has not gotten a foothold in the rural areas. 176,000 polling units is no joke. It was the reason why many of these parties will not be able to produce agents, because you are supposed to pay agents. If you are paying agents 10,000 and multiplied by 176,000, tell me what you are going to get. Where do they have the resources? So when people talk, they should look at the geography, the technicalities, the methodologies. You see, each time I engage some of these media guys, anchors, when they talk, I just look at them, I just laugh. If I go to my polling unit in Okwela, Unit 1, Ward 5, where I belong, we know ourselves. Mama, Sadia, how now? You are how you do? Idris, we all, know ourselves. And right there, within there, we know that, yes, APC is on ground, he will win this polling unit. It is the reason why Peter Obi in the Southeast in 2023 won in those places, even though some of it was exaggerated. Because you had 90% attendance, 89% attendance. It's not possible. Attendance at elections is maybe 60%, 62% at most. So, under a free and fair election, Tinubu has the foot soldiers that will man the different places more than any of these political aspirants or candidates. Where is the strength of Showore? Has he been able to produce a councillor in his party? Where is the strength of Donald Duke? How many governors does he have? Or how many senators? Or how many House of Reps? How many House of Assembly? How many local government chairmen? I didn't even mention that earlier. And these people, the local government chairmen, are closer to their people. The people benefit from their engagements at the local level every time.
In ideal situations, because some of them also may be there, they are not impacting on the lives of their people.
And those ones, if they are 20, 15 can impact, 5 may not impact. So if you lose 5 out of 20, you are still at the threshold of victory. 15. That's the issue. Just look at it holistically. Remove sentiments. So it is difficult. You have ministers who will go up to show the president that yes, they are in charge in their areas. You have other political appointees, my brother, to defeat an incumbent. Tinubu is not President Jonathan.
So you are blaming Jonathan?
Of course. I blame him right to his face. I like his calm, his demeanor, his composure. But that is not the spirit of the Niger Delta person. we are tough cookies. You cannot take us for a ride. But President Jonathan was taken for a ride because he was not in charge. I was opportune to witness a particular meeting when I accompanied Raymond Dokosi to one or two meetings, and the president was talking about the powers of the president. The moment a tiger tells you that he's a tiger, he's no longer a tiger. A tiger does not need to profess his tigritude for you to know that he has capacity to devour. So once the president started banging the table and said, "Do you know the power of the president?" Then the power is gone. The action of a leader dictates the strength or weakness of such a leader. So, I had opportunity to work with Jonathan, former president, but I turned it down. So it's not he didn't behave like a typical Niger Delta person. we are not given for all of this quiet disposition, gentility, and all that. No. You know, they hear when they say area. When they say area, you say you answer area. Hey, if you give them a boss, you give them a bass. Make anybody come, push you anyhow. You go collect.
Let's wrap up.
We have been wrapping up since.
Okay, final. If President Tinubu, for the sake of argument,
Yes.
loses or the party is fragmented before 2027, does Governor Okpobolo have a plan B, or is Edo betting everything on plan A, which is President Tinubu?
The word "if" does not arise. When you should be asking me when President Tinubu is returned as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for another term, what do you think you'll be looking at?
Do you know why I said if?
Yes, I don't know.
The life we live is not in our hands.
No,
but the time we have is for us to use. No. So when we say if,
those are extreme situations.
Yes.
And I'm not looking at those extremes.
Elections.
Please,
anybody can lose elections.
No, not losing. Not
anybody
losing.
Can lose elections.
I have given you the scenario that will not make us to lose.
It has only been when you don't think it can lose.
See, it can't lose. Because let me tell you, I just give you the analysis. People can shout from now till their kingdom come. Naysayers. Opinion molders. Governance is not run on public opinion. Anybody who is running government on public opinion will enter the forest of Sambisa and will not come back. Government is a planned indulgence. Leadership is a planned indulgence carried out by the leader who has been appointed or elected to represent and approximate the collective aspirations of a people. Is it Thomas Jefferson that said it, that only the president knows where he's taking his people and not where his people are taking him? So when you dwell too much on public opinion, nobody gauges public opinion. You will run foul of the entire system.
If I perceive you are taking me to the wrong direction, I should keep quiet and be going with you?
What do you call wrong direction?
If I perceive you are driving me, I am not seeing where you are leading me to.
Okay,
so I should just keep quiet?
No, you are not going to keep quiet. That's why you have critics. There are people who have been given national honors of being critics. That's another job for the boys, being a critic. There are lawyers who are human rights activists, even though their own rights too is oftentimes not defined. It's the truth. I know that I don't want to call names. They call themselves human rights. They will criticize government, but what they do in their chambers and their little companies is an eyesore. So I am not one of those that can easily be persuaded by some arguments, because I have a lot of experience about governance, about things happening in this country. I've been privileged to speak for IBB for a number of years, over 2 decades. And I have understudied Nigeria. I've had stories. Some of them I've also been a participant. I've seen scenarios. I've played certain roles. I will not be goaded by anybody called a critic and trying to sweet-talk me into some level of reality that doesn't exist.
Do you think that if you are not a beneficiary of this government, you will still speak the same way you are speaking?
It's not being beneficiary. I'm only helping to deepen governance in Edo. What am I benefiting? Salary or what?
You said you've spoken 12 times, 13 times with President Tinubu.
Yes, one-on-one, before he became president, during campaign. Because I needed to be convinced that this is the person I'm supporting. The same way I spoke to the Peter Obi, ask him. At Transcorp Hilton. And I told him, I said, look at the people that are following you. Look at them, about 10 of them. Only one person is from Kano, Tanko Yunusa. The remaining 9 people are from Southeast, where you come from. It makes you parochial. No insult intended, but that was my assessment of him. I told him. They wanted me to be Peter Obi's spokesman in 2023. big shots who were supporting him. I said, no, I've engaged him. Don't forget that in 2019, I was spokesperson to the PDP presidential campaign when Atiku and Peter Obi were candidates. We attended several meetings together of the blueprint they wanted to champion, and I didn't see there's no cutting edge intellectuality in Peter Obi. I'm sorry to say that, but there's no cutting edge intellectuality. I'm not seeing anything so special about him. That's the truth.
Are you saying between Peter Obi and Tinubu, in terms of intellectual capacity, you will choose Tinubu ahead of Peter Obi?
In fact, when Tinubu is number 50, Obi will be number 10.
Really?
Yes. You need to please pair the two of them.
Is it what we are seeing, or we are living in alternate reality?
What are you seeing?
Are we living in alternate reality?
You see, this is the mistake people make. If Peter Obi were to be smart and intellectually fecund, I expect him by now to have propagated alternate viewpoints and ideas about governance, different from what Tinubu is doing, to convince Nigerians that if you follow these ones, it will be better. Tinubu removed floated in Naira. What is your alternative? No opposition has given us any alternative, number one. He removed subsidy. None of them have said that no, subsidy was bad, because they also endorsed subsidy in 2023, that they were going to remove it immediately. Tinubu introduced NERFON. They have not said that, are they going to remove NERFON? They didn't say it's a bad idea. So, president is coming up with different policies and all that. All they are shouting is about, oh, there's corruption, we don't like this one, this and that. Give me your, okay, electricity. We have not done so well. What are you going to do? Tell us. They begin to make it popular among Nigerians. Everybody is just criticism for the sake of criticism. That's what they call acts for art's sake. Those people who are writers, gifted writers, who will just present society as it is, not as it ought to be. I'm not going to be driven on that path to appreciate and celebrate anybody when you are presenting society as it is. I've just told you just now. I said we need attitudinal reorientation. If I'm a president, I will carry that one out, as a policy. Because you cannot be on traffic and there's a little crisis that you have about 10 different lanes on a 2-lane road. Then you tell me that you still blame government for that mentality. Elsewhere, outside Nigeria, no matter the car, you see them on straight line within that lane. They won't pull their tire off the line because they know the penalty for such. So, if Peter Obi were to be smart, were to be brilliant, he ought to have given us excuses and viewpoints, cutting-edge viewpoints on how to navigate ourselves away from high inflation rate, how this thing. The president has taken our foreign reserve from 9 billion, 4-point-something billion inherited to 39 billion now. Nigerians will not celebrate that.
Because it doesn't change the price of crayfish in the market.
It changes. I don't know the market will go because I don't know the market will go because this same market I went to the market. Yes, I went to the market even just yesterday, and deliberately to carry out survey and all of that. Things are not the same way they used to be before. They are coming down. Okay. You see, and I also listen. And when you go to the rural areas, you see plenty of yam. They are waiting for people to come and buy them. You see oranges, you see tomatoes, you see onions on Mina Road. When I travel a lot on that Mina Road. So you see, it is convenient for people to say, hey, the price of oil has increased. The price of this thing. My brother, give me what you would do differently as an economist. Obi is good as a trader. Give that to him. But as a leader of a country with several ethnic multiplicities as Nigeria, with all the divergent views and all of that, he doesn't have that cutting-edge knowledge to proffer solutions to this problem. Engage Tinubu one-on-one, you'll be shocked the kind of things he's dishing out.
Let me not go.
I have seen Tinubu on global stage and all that, the question and answer session, even the one that they just did recently. You saw the way he articulated positions of what's happening in Nigeria and elsewhere.
We can see from different perspectives anyway. But what's your reaction to Senator Adams Oshiomole's reaction on the floor of the Senate over these NNPC missing, if you like, inquest? Let's just wrap up that way.
Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stone. That's my reaction.
How do you mean?
I end it there.
Thank you for having you once again.
It's a pleasure.